counterproductive to what we're trying to do here.
But I picked it out.
This is
Tom,
exactly
you
what.
please sit down.
You don't want it?
What is this?
I know you like it.
All right. Just.
You
Does anybody
can't even send him away for a minute.
Okay, so
What are you
I-
drinking?
I'm just trying to relax.
it's not alcohol, right?
No,
Oh
no.
my God,
no.
yes it is. Give it to me.
Oh, you want some too now?
No, give it to me.
All right,
you
all right,
want it.
guys.
Give it to me.
I'm the alcoholic.
Guys,
She's the one. Look at her go. Look at that.
Guys, calm down. We have to be professional here, okay? We're both adults. We have to act mature, and that whatever just occurred there was not that. So we need to elevate our maturity a little bit. So we discussed the idea about the house, as I had discussed with you previously, and it seems like it's in both of your guys' best interest, from what I'm gauging, to just sell the house and split the profits down the middle. So I know we talked about it before, and you were pretty extreme on your position of it's, you know, the relationship or nothing, but at this point, what would your take be on selling the house and the furniture in it?
Do I get that? Well,
Did Tom really build the house?
He designed it. We had an independent contractor come in and do the building.
Because I'm thinking
I
here.
engraved our names.
He can have the house. The worry that I would have about him getting the house, if I got more of the other assets.
Like the mutual funds.
Yes.
And stuff like
But
that.
the only worry I have, I think, which is pretty obvious at this point, is that he wouldn't be able to let go of the relationship if he continued to live in the house. And
Will she keep her stuff in there? So I can smell her
I
clothes.
don't think she's gonna keep her stuff in the house.
he has to move out of the house.
Tom, to be honest, from my perspective, it looks like this house is not good for either one of you guys, because as I explained to Elise, it reminds her of domestic violence, whether it happened or not. It reminds her of that, and it reminds you of Elise. So this house is no good for either one of you guys. So we're starting to get into crunch time here, because I'm not cheap when I do these mediations. They're pretty expensive. So we have to
You're paying for this.
figure out.
I'm paying for it.
Mm-hmm. You think it's
I'm
so
just-
little of a deal that you can bring alcohol in?
What's in that cup, huh?
Well,
It's a
guys,
coffee.
Yeah.
that's neither here
What
nor
else?
there. It's neither here nor there. Let's focus on the house right now. So, how do you feel about selling the house?
Who are we gonna sell it to?
Just a buyer. It doesn't matter who.
We don't need to have a buyer right now. We can just have a realtor, take care of it.
Will you stay in the house
No,
until
of course
No,
I'm
no
gonna
one,
stay in
no
the
one's
house.
gonna stay in the house.
until we sell it though?
No,
Where are you gonna stay then?
I'm not telling
Elise
you
has
where I'm
made
gonna stay.
She's made it pretty clear that she wants to relocate.
Where are you
So,
moving to?
I'm not telling you that either.
So you're just gonna cut me out completely?
okay, so about the house, yes or no? Are you interested in selling it?
Well, she's moving. Why can't I have it?
Because I'm worried about your health.
You can, well, let him worry about him. And I don't mean to say that in a negative way or an abrupt way at all, but if he feels like he can't take it, he has the liberty to sell the house if he wants to. Is that something that if he stayed in the house, would you want, are both of your names on the deed for the house?
I don't know.
Yeah, you have to ask our lawyer about that. All I know is that both of our love is in the house.
Well, I was thinking from
Can I ask you a question?
yeah,
Have you ever seen the movie The Notebook?
no,
Well, there's a character in The Notebook who builds a house for his
Okay.
loved one. And she leaves him, and he just keeps building this house and keeps building the house. And because it's a movie, she comes back. But I'm never going to come back.
okay.
So he's going to go crazy in this house.
Are you worried at all
Saying about Ryan Gosling?
Tom,
Exactly.
let me ask you a serious question. Are you worried at all about what Elise is saying about the idea of being in this house? It will be a constant reminder of your relationship.
But I
with
want to be
Elise.
reminded of her.
but
You're
it
gonna
seems like she
grow
doesn't
an
want to
old
be reminded
straggly
of
beard,
you.
and you're gonna go insane.
You do have to realize that we're now dealing with reality, and reality is now obvious. She wants out, and so we need to figure out what to do here. Whether it's selling the house, which I personally, in my third-party opinion, feel like is the best option
And
for
I
all
agree.
parties. It will give you enough money to start a new life, start over again, find somebody, who makes you happy.
So you're saying this life's over?
This
No.
part of your life
Stop being so
maybe-
dramatic. You.
may be coming to an end, but a new one is about to begin. And that's the way you have to put a positive spin on it. And so the house will be the first step in creating a new you.
And what's the last step?
I don't
What
know.
will I do with this?
Get it removed,
I guess,
or filled in, or write your next
yeah, I guess
girlfriend's name
get
in
it
it.
removed.
Girlfriend? That's all.
So-
Girlfriend?
Alright, so
Whatever.
what's the solution here for the house? Do you really wanna stay in it, Tom? I mean,
What are we doing? Is she gonna keep her stuff in there?
No, I'm gonna take my stuff out of there.
she's taking her stuff out of there. So,
What about the pictures of her?
are you keeping the pictures or taking
The
them?
portrait I made of you?
You can keep that. It's hideous anyways.
But you're beautiful.
Okay, so.
Yeah, the picture is
So
terrible.
you want to stay in the house. My only problem here is I know you guys don't know the answer to this, but if both of your names are on the deed, I'm assuming you're gonna want some type of compensation. Is
Well,
that-
wait, I think both of our names are on the deed.
Okay, so would you be willing to?
But he designed it.
Right. So I'm almost wondering now, would you feel like since you designed the house, do you feel like you should get more, or you should be able to give her less money to buy her out for her share of the house?
I can't buy you.
No, that's not what he means.
No, I'm not saying purchase her literally, I'm saying her stake in the house.
So what does she get?
Money.
Well, I don't know, let's say this is worth 300K, so if you feel like you did the majority of the designing on the house, then, I don't know, 200, you get to,
No, I
no,
don't
no. I'm saying he'll give you 100 and he keeps the house, which is,
I want 150.
so you want half.
Yeah.
I have to pay my wife to break up with me?
Well, let me ask you a question, just from an objective
No, you have to
standpoint.
pay me to let you keep the house, and then it will be completely yours.
And if I don't pay them?
Well, that's
then
what we're trying to figure
we'll sell the
out.
whole house, and you can't.
So
live there.
objectively speaking, do you have any, I don't wanna say problem, but do you have an issue with the fact that Tom claims that he designed a lot of the house and you want a 50-50 split? I don't
I
know
think
that
that
he's
the
gonna be
fair,
happy with that.
the thing that he gets out of it is he gets to stay in the house. I have to go relocate and find a new house to live in, and I think that burden is the advantage that he gets to avoid.
Okay, what do you think about that?
What?
What do you think about the idea of her wanting a half and half kind of deal where you buy her stake of the house out, so now you have, her name's off the deed and you have complete possession of the house, because she wants money to relocate?
I'm not gonna pay her to move. Can I
You don't look at it that way.
I'll look however I want. I don't know, you're the expert. I don't know, whatever works, I just can't, I thought we came here to make this work.
I never said that, and actually I said that I wanted to come here to get a divorce, and you agreed.
I have a question, are you
Maybe
paying?
you were too drunk to understand what I was saying to you.
Alright, we don't need to go down that route. Do you currently have a mortgage on this property?
No.
Okay, because, I mean, 150,000, I have no idea what you do for a living, so I'm not.
Architect.
Okay, because that's a lot of money, and so I'm thinking about the possibility of taking out a second mortgage on the property if there was one in the first place. I have no idea. I'm trying to, think here.
We, I don't know. What about the other stuff, the assets, the
Well,
stocks and.
we're about to get to that. I feel like the house is the big sticking issue right now, so you wanna remain in the house, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you want to be compensated half of the appraised value of the house.
Yes.
Okay, that's 150K, so you're willing to compensate Elise to get her name off the deed and have her retain full possession of the house.
I guess. Where do I get that money?
Well, that's why I was thinking, you know, you could take out a loan, you could, I'm not sure, I don't know.
I guess we can
You could
just
do a payment plan, something.
We can sell the house.
Okay. So at least, you know what, we're making some progress here. This is the first thing I feel like we've actually, you know, come to an agreement on the house. Both of you will make, I think honestly, this is the best way to go about it because it's gonna get rid of whatever bad feelings are lurking in the house. So each of you get 150K. Now, as far as the joint assets, what are some of the other things that you guys have, that you guys own? I know there's talk about a mutual fund.
Stocks and
Interest in his firm, which he can have.
Okay, so Tom can retain interest in his firm. So you'll give him your interest in his firm, is that correct? How does it work?
it's mine. I just keep that.
Okay. Now, as far as the stocks go, are we just gonna split those down the middle, or do you, when you guys like own more than the other?
You own everything together.
Yeah, they're all jointly owned. So I guess maybe we could sell our stocks and split and just get the money from that.
Okay. Split the money evenly?
Sure.
Now, what about, I don't know if this is an issue, but what about the wedding ring? Is that something that you want to retain possession of, or because as I said before in a mediation we did last time, that was a big sticking point, was that this wedding ring had been in this guy's family for 100 years. When he gave it to his wife, she wanted to retain possession of it during the divorce, and he was obviously upset about it. Is there anything of that nature? Any sentimental type of thing like that? Sentimental and valuable?
I don't know. What do you think?
It was a gift.
Probably just sell it.
Sell it?
Do you want it? I'm not gonna wear it.
But what happens when we get back together?
We're not gonna get back together.
Yeah, I think this is like that Taylor Swift song, you know, we're never getting back together. So we just have to approach it
Ever.
like that, right? So you would be willing to give the wedding ring back to Tom?
If you really want it, I don't care. It's not worth that much.
I mean, it's not worth that much.
All right,
We
well,
bought it before we had the.
Let's not
we were about
degrade
$2,000.
the ring.
We have a lot more money than that now.
So you're saying I was poor?
We both were. We were young.
In love.
So okay, so the wedding ring, you would be willing to give that back to him?
That's fine.
Okay.
I just
So-
really want to get out.
You can, at least you're gonna have some type of money when you know, barter this ring with another place or go to sell it. You're
Oh,
gonna have
I
some
don't
money.
expect him to sell it. He'll probably wear it around his neck for the
Well,
rest of his life.
whatever he does with it is his business. Now what about cars? You guys,
We each have our own cars. I'll keep my car, he can keep his car.
is that fine?
I guess.
I wanna hear from you because you seem very defeated, and so I want to make sure that your interests are being represented here. I can't do the one thing you want me to do, which is, you know, maintain the marriage, but I'm trying to find an alternate solution here.
I can keep my car. I mean, I need to get to work, I guess, obviously.
I just didn't know if there was one car that you guys were gonna be arguing over, you know, like a luxury car or.
We have matching cars.
Okay, well, then I guess that's not a problem.
Because we share everything. I like it when you put your hair down like that.
So, it looks like we have somewhat of a solution up on the board. I wish for your sake that we could have, you know, resolved the marriage, and I don't say that in a negative way towards you, but anytime you do a mediation, you don't want to see people leaving unhappy. Naturally, you'd like to see two people getting back together, but with the domestic violence concerns that you raised, it seemed like that was something that was not going to happen. So I honestly do believe that this is an equitable result on the board. Going forward, I really do think that this is going to be the best option for both of you guys. Are there any other concerns that you guys wanted to address with regards to the mediation or the process, anything?
No, I don't think so.
Tom, do you have anything else you want to work on?
I guess it's all laid out there.
Yeah.
This is happening.
Sadly, I think that's right. So. All right, well, thank you guys very much for
Thank
your
you.
participation in this mediation, and I expect my check soon.
I love you.